You said yes when you meant no. Again, someone needed a study partner at midnight. You had an exam at 8. You said yes. Your roommate wanted to talk through their breakup for the 3rd time this week. You were already running on 4 hours of sleep. You said yes. The group project needed a leader. Nobody volunteered. The silence got awkward. You said yes. And somewhere in between all those yeses, you forgot what you actually wanted. This is the story of the student who couldn't say no. And if you're being honest with yourself right now, you already know this is about you. You have this version of yourself in your head. The reliable one, the one who shows up, the one people can count on. You build that identity slowly, carefully, the way you build a GPA, 1 point at a time. And now it feels like the whole thing collapses if you say no even once. So you keep saying yes to the extra shift at your campus job even though your mental health is already hanging by a thread, to the friend who needs a ride across town at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday, to the club leadership position you didn't even want. You say yes to all of it, and then you go back to your dorm room and stare at the ceiling and wonder why you feel so empty. Here's the first thing nobody tells you. Saying yes to everything is not generosity. It's fear wearing generosity's clothes. You're not helping people because it fills you up. You're helping people because you're terrified of what happens if you don't. Terrified they'll think you're selfish, terrified they'll stop including you. Terrified that without being useful, you have no reason to be in the room. Psychologists call this fawn response. It's what happens when your nervous system learns that making other people comfortable keeps you safe. You smile, you agree, you show up, and you slowly disappear. Every yes you give without meaning it is a no to yourself. Every time you stayed up finishing someone else's essay outline, you said no to sleep your brain desperately needed. Every time you sat through a conversation you had no energy for, you said no to the quiet that might have actually healed something in you. The math is brutal. You've been making withdrawals from yourself for so long that the account is overdrawn. And now you're surprised you feel nothing. There's a word for this. It's not burnout, though that's part of it. It's called self-abandonment, and it's one of the quietest crises happening on college campuses right now. Students with perfect attendance and a 3.8 GPA and no idea who they are anymore. You started doing this somewhere around junior year of high school probably. Maybe earlier, the college application process didn't help. You were told your worth lived in what you could produce. Clubs, volunteering, leadership roles, AP classes, SAT scores, the message was clear. The more you do for others, the more valuable you are. So you internalized it. You made yourself into a resource. And resources don't get to have needs. Now you're in college and the pattern followed you here. And nobody can see it because from the outside you look fine, you look great actually. But inside you are so tired of being needed and so terrified of not being needed that you don't know which feeling is worse anymore. You stop knowing what you actually like, what you want to do on a Saturday when nobody needs anything from you. What kind of person you are when you're not being useful to someone. You've performed availability for so long that you've lost the original. And the hard truth is nobody forced you. Not really, you chose this. Because at some point, being needed felt safer than being known. Being loved just for existing, that felt too uncertain, too risky. What if they looked closely and decided you weren't worth it? Because you are not a campus resource, you are not a support system. You are not the reliable one or the always available one or the one who holds it together for everybody else. You are a person with limits, with needs. With a life that belongs entirely to you. And the moment you start treating yourself that way, everything changes. Not immediately, not perfectly, but slowly, the right people stay. And you finally have enough left over to actually be there for them. That's not selfish, that's the only way any of this is sustainable.